You've got your company on one of the best ERPs in the world, Oracle NetSuite. Now you need the best solution for Latin America. Our LatamReady Suite app will expand your business tenfold. We've got the experience and knowledge to make that happen. Our Suite app is the only certified Suite app that covers 12 Latin American countries. This includes Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, and Colombia. Globally expand your business in full gear. Go to LatamReady.com right now.
Running back. Because I'm always deceiving, I always say I'm fine, but that's not the true meaning. The walls are caving in and it leaves me with feelings, but the only one that matters is I won't be defeated. They'll keep talking, pray that I lost it. I keep it cool, my attitude stay frosted, and I'm intending to bring a revolution. There far too many problems, but far few solutions.
Set your goals for global domination with your Oracle E-Business Suite implementation. There's more than one way to enhance your ERP. Use the two-tier approach. A versatile and dynamic ERP like Oracle NetSuite can quickly manage your Latin American subsidiaries with ease. LatamReady. We have years of knowledge and experience in NetSuite implementation. We can get you global growth. Go to LatamReady.com right now.
Hello and welcome. A good afternoon to you all. This is LatamReady for the LatamReady webinar. Hello, we have Glenn, we have Carlos, our usual suspects. Thank you again for being here in our secret new location for our webinars. We're doing something different. We want to have a little bit more entertainment just by changing up the location. Right. Of course, you know.
So how do you like Miami, boss?
I love Miami. It kind of reminds me of back home, you know, all the humidity and heat. The weather, exactly.
Because you're from...
Where do you guys think I'm from? I'm from Brunei. That's in Southeast Asia.
Excellent.
Today's webinar is very interesting. We haven't really touched on this subject, but the subject is called Scale Your Multi-Latin Revenue. This is a NetSuite implementation webinar. Of course, we're going to be talking all about NetSuite, about how this excellent accounting software, cloud-based accounting software, can help scale your multi-Latin revenue. Let's start with that.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I have my first question. What's the connection between NetSuite and scaling your revenue?
That's a great question, and I think there's a lot we could talk about, right? But a tendency that we're seeing with NetSuite is that most of the NetSuite customers have something in common, right? They're all growing businesses, and they're all facing challenges with what they have right now. And it's a highly competitive environment, right? There's more and more businesses, small businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs, especially in the US. So there's a lot of competition. So businesses want to understand, how do I pick an accounting software? How do I pick an ERP that makes me quicker than the competition, that allows me to be in control of my revenue, and that allows me to scale as fast as possible?
Or make money.
Or make money, yeah.
Or collect money.
Those are the first early questions you ask yourself, right? What to do when implementing a new accounting software? So those
well, not specifically, but it's an important part of it, right?
To consider, you have to consider these questions, yes.
I remember one of our first customers, they decided for NetSuite CRM.
Yes.
And the reason was the following, no? The analysis of the owner of the company was, how many estimates did I issue in the last year without follow-up? Right?
Good point.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, the analysis was that he was losing money only because of a lack of following up. So, and that was the reason for implementing NetSuite CRM.
That's the greatest example that a CRM does not do the work for you. A CRM is only as good as the data you put inside of it, right?
So you don't put that, you don't put the work in, a little bit of elbow grease. It's not going to like work. You're not going to utilize it fully as it should be.
Well,
Exactly.
the CRM as part of an ERP is a most important tool for you to be in control of your revenue and be in control of your sales, right? But the CRM only works if you put in the right work and if you put in the right commitment.
Yes, commitment, taking control of it yourself, and not just leaving it, like writing it down. That's just leaving it going
And
into work.
once is fully implemented and combining a good implementation with commitment from the sales team, right? What you have then is control of, okay, I have these estimates. Why are we are not following up these customers,
Exactly.
right? Why we are following up, right? What do I have to do for have more follow-ups actions from my sales team? No, that's what we do, right?
Yeah, that's what it does very well. It will analyze whether you're following up or not. It will not do the follow-up for you, but it will
No.
analyze how successful you're being at sales, right?
And for example, no, we control. We obviously we use NetSuite, no, and especially for our sales team, no. We control, for example, how many phone calls are we performing every single day? How many new customers or leads are we registering in our CRM every single day?
How many meetings are we scheduling every single day?
Yeah.
What's our forecast looking like for the month of January, February, March? What's the probability of closing that, right? Why is it at that certain percentage of probability? What's going wrong there, right? That's what a CRM can tell you, which has obviously the topic that we're talking about today, which has a direct connection to how an ERP can be a revenue generating product and make you be in control of the revenue that you're generating.
Exactly, because the connection is there, no? Because now we know, using Nets, we know, right, how many phone calls do we need in order to have a first meeting? How many meetings do we know in order to have a company that could be called a prospect? How many prospects do we need in order to have a customer, right? So with that, all that flow, business flow inside of NetSuite, now we have control of our revenue. Right, and we can scale, and we're scaling. Right, this month, January and February has been amazing for us because of now we have more control in place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. And do we have an example for our customers for scaling your revenue with NetSuite?
Yes.
In regards to this topic.
Sure. For example, a customer of us in the projects. I would say software industry,
Yes.
right, is now using the subscription model from NetSuite, right? That subscription model is great because that subscription model gives you the ability to first of all understand when you have to send a new estimate to your customers in order to have a new annual subscription in place,
Yes.
right? It will give you the ability as well of increasing prices because of inflation maybe, but it will give you the ability of see your cash flow if that estimate or that subscription is signed, right?
Yes.
We have many customers doing that, especially here in Miami, no?
That's really great, though. I mean, Glenn, like, do you apart from Carlos's great explanation, his example, do you have an example yourself about that? Just a little.
Well, different than to what Carlos said, the last time I was here in Miami and I sat down with the CFO, he said something to me that really stuck with me. He was working with different kind of accounting softwares all throughout the region in Latin America. For the viewers that are watching for the first time, most of the time we work with Miami-based companies that have operations throughout Latin America. A classic situation for them is to have separate CRMs and separate accounting softwares for each country, right? Because of tax regulations, etc. It's difficult to have one unified platform. So talking about revenue and being in control of that, for the CFO specifically, it's really difficult for him to look at real-time data, right? He generally has to wait until the end of the month to get a report from a local subsidiary, and by the time he has those numbers to look at and make business decisions based on those numbers, those are dead numbers, right? Those are dead numbers from the month before, right? So maybe that's not directly related to revenue generating, but that really defines how quick you can make business decisions, and in very dynamic industries like the media industry or the marketing industry, that's critical.
Yes.
I'm going to give you another example that is happening now with a customer in Weston. Okay, we are going to connect NetSuite with Stripe. Stripe is, as you know, is a payment gateway.
Yes.
Right.
Very famous.
It's very famous. It's very used, and basically is what we're going to do, and it's something that is already there in NetSuite and available in NetSuite as a feature, is once that customer, and we want to use that as well, it's very interesting. If I send an invoice from Miami to a customer in the US, right? With this connection, the customer will find a link just there inside of the invoice, right? The customer is going to click there, right? The customer is going to register his or her or its credit card, right? It's going to pay there. That payment is going to travel to NetSuite, right? And that invoice is going to be paid in NetSuite, right? And once Stripe transfers the money to the account, or to the company's account, right? That information is going to travel again to NetSuite for bank reconciliation. Sounds amazing or not?
That's interesting.
And could you imagine that interface, the installation, the setup of that is just click, 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 and that's it. It's already there. That's directly connected to what we are talking about: scale, revenue, collections, money.
And that all starts becoming really interesting as a company grows, right? Most of those startup companies, they're very small, they have a few people, and they manage to manage everything in spreadsheets and writing it down and having it in an own created ERP in Google Drive, right? Yeah. But as soon as you start growing, it's very easy to lose control over what's happening, and that's something that a lot of people don't take serious enough, right? As soon as you start losing control, that means that you're probably losing a lot of money, okay? Losing money in a business is not really the goal, is it, right? So having a decent software in place from the start that allows you to be in control and act quickly and have the right connections and have the right integrations to be in control of what you're doing is very important, right? Because it will allow literally how quickly you will be able to scale your business.
Ooh, very nicely said, Glenn. I really like that. I love how you have the way with words. We did talk about how our customers can increase their revenue using NetSuite, so all the different factors that goes into that. Is there a specific module we use or that we recommend to use to increase revenue?
I have many examples for projects, because
project.
we are having many NetSuite customers in the service industries, right?
True.
Correct? So what they are doing and what they are using is, first of all, the projects module from NetSuite. For what? For controlling the project, controlling not only resources, but also milestones for sending invoices. Okay, this is very important because everything is integrated here, right? I'm going to start from the beginning, okay? Once that customer signs a contract with its customer, right? There is a sales order in place, a contract in place that is inside of NetSuite, registered in NetSuite, right? And it connected to a project, right? That specific sales order is going to have a payment terms, right? And milestones, right? And those milestones are going to be there, right? Registered in NetSuite with an impact in cash flow, right? That cash flow is a specific report called billing forecast inside of NetSuite. Okay, so in that billing forecast report, our customers will see which milestone is going to happen in theory, in each month, right?
And when the money is going to come in,
exactly.
Right? And that, for a business that is based on delivering projects, is highly important, right? You need to know when you're getting that cash flow in order for you to do secure investments and make the right moves at the right time, right?
And what happens if the project, the milestone is moved, right? If you move the milestone in your project's module, right, that immediately is going to affect that billing forecast report in NetSuite. Everything connected.
Like a domino effect.
Exactly.
Something here affects here.
Exactly. Or if everything is correct and the project manager says, okay, this milestone is finished, right? And at the moment the project manager is saying, okay, finished, right? The sales order will produce a transaction in order to produce the invoice automatically.
Makes things faster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Connected.
Exactly.
No?
How all these connections really just makes things faster. Imagine you have all your separate solutions, your separate softwares. You're not going to get all that done in one go.
Exactly. Could you imagine a service company that is having project management supported by Microsoft projects, right? and trying to
Oracle Primavera.
or Oracle Primavera, yeah. Well, that's a cousin. You have to be careful with that. Okay, Microsoft projects and trying to manage then the contracts with Excel, right?
Yeah.
And then a billing software in whatever they want, QuickBooks.
They sound like a mess, actually.
Exactly. That's the beauty of NetSuite. Everything is going to be connected, right? In order for you to scale, to increase your revenue.
Exactly.
For you to focus on business and don't worry so much whether or not the data you're having is correct.
On the little things, not focusing on the little things like, oh, am I going to get this? Am I going to get that? When's the data going to come in? No. You know you have like this one single automated process. You know it's going to happen. So you can, like you said,
you can trust the numbers, right? There's a solid system in place that can provide you with the right numbers at the right time.
Yes.
Exactly.
And giving you the key user, the decision maker of the company, that focus, where you need to put it. And lastly, do we, as LatamReady, use any NetSuite modules to increase our own revenue?
I would say CRM is
The CRM
is our daily. We daily use our CRM. No?
The sales and marketing is the heart of the company, right?
Yes.
Without sales and marketing, there is no project to be delivered, right? There is no product to be developed, right? So being in full control of that is highly important. I think at our company, and I speak for myself because I'm the sales manager, the CRM is critical, right? Without a CRM, I'm not in control of what people are doing, what kind of activity is being sent out. Okay, in sales, it's important to have that engine running at all times, a certain amount of phone calls, a certain amount of emails being sent out, and a certain amount of meetings being set, because in the end, it's all calculation, right? A certain amount of proposals being made, right?
Yeah.
With a CRM in place, it's very easy to detect early on why something is going wrong and from where it's coming, right? And then take action on that.
Exactly.
And we use NetSuite, for example, with estimates, we have the direct connection with DocuSign as well. Everything in place. So inside of NetSuite, we send the customer an estimate, and we use the DocuSign integration for electronic signature inside of NetSuite in order to get that document signed from the customer. That document is signed from the customer, by the customer, and then we have a sales order, right? And you see, sales see the process until that point, right?
Yes.
The next step is going to be our billing administration department to produce a project, right, in order to be delivered, right, and controlled. And you will find times, resources, right, milestones there, right,
Exactly.
and to issue the first invoices. Everything from inside of NetSuite, and everything from that estimate that the sales team issues at the first time.
So it's both aspects really, right? To get back to your question, we both use a CRM and project management to be in control of our revenue, right?
Yeah, we do.
So really the points that we really talked about during the webinar, both of them, we're the perfect example of them because we apply them in our own business.
And now we want to use Stripe as well, because we have been using Stripe for collection, using credit cards, but with this example from this customer, now I want that implemented in our company in the next 24 hours.
Exactly.
Right.
Our revenue is scaling because of NetSuite.
Sure.
Yeah.
We are a good example of that.
We're a very good example as well, guys. We don't just only sell it and implement it, we also use it. We're also clients of NetSuite.
Exactly.
Happy clients.
Happy clients.
And what we have to explore as well, and at least this year, is the e-commerce module from NetSuite. That is huge, right? NetSuite is investing a lot of money in that specific module with new features. But actually, it's a brand new module, right? Used to be just e-commerce. Now it's Suite Commerce. It's called Suite Commerce Advanced, right? So it's something that here in the States is, I would say, is one of the biggest players in the States as well, right?
Well, yeah.
For increasing revenue, no?
To increase revenue. There's a lot we can say about increasing revenue, actually. Any last messages, any last words to say about increasing revenues for your multi-Latin subsidiary?
Yeah, for example, following the e-commerce example, we are now connecting or in plan to connect NetSuite to a local payment gateway.
Yes.
Right? Working specifically in the Latin American region.
Of course.
Right? For our customers to be able to use the e-commerce module from NetSuite and receive payments using from customers using local credit cards.
Yeah,
right?
that's an important challenge as well. In Latin America, we still have an issue with people using international credit cards
Exactly.
for them to make it easier to buy online, right? So having that integration with a company that provides a single payment platform that allows local payment options,
Yeah.
that's a revenue generating activity as well, because it makes the sale in Latin America simpler, less complex.
Okay. Ooh, wow. I'm really excited about this. Now, I want to look at the camera and just tell everybody, you want to know more information about LatamReady, go to LatamReady.com. That's our website, official website. You're going to see everything there. Go to LatamDojo.com if you want to see our localization solutions. And most importantly, our phone number is 786-600-2641. Remember that, 786-600-2641 to call LatamReady, get a sale, talk to Glenn, talk to myself, talk to Carlos, talk to a sales rep. We'll give you all the information. Anyways,
Okay.
I had a great time again today in Miami. It's good to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
It's time to stop.
Thank
we'll
you
see
so
you next
much.
time. Bye-bye.